The University of New Brunswick and University of Moncton made an agreement with the province in 2005 to address a critical shortage of nurses. They'd get about $15,000 for each new seat they would create in the nursing program. If the schools didn't create more seats, they'd have to give the money back. Those numbers have only dropped since 2005. UNB, for instance, had 620 nursing students back then. Today, it has less than 500. So what happened? According to internal documents, for the best part of 15 years, nursing faculties weren't using the money to try to increase their student population. They were using it to survive. It costs the universities $24,000 each year to train just one nurse. Tuition covers $8,000. Universities receive irregular funding from the provincial government for their programs. And until recently, funding from the government under the 2005 agreement was being used to cover about $3,000. The universities say that leaves a shortfall of about $13,000 for each nursing student. Universities have always absorbed that from other faculties' budgets. The problem now is that shortfall keeps growing. The costs of training nurses are rising twice as fast as those of other programs. In the past decade, the price of equipment has skyrocketed, and hospitals are struggling with a severe shortage of nurses. Floor nurses don't have time to train students the way they used to, so universities have to hire more professors to provide something like hands-on training. And that's more expensive. The ratio for hands-on training is 1 teacher for every 7 students. So fewer nurses and more expensive teachers mean fewer nursing students.
The universities are not producing enough for supply and demand. We are nowhere in the ballpark of doing that.
Last spring, things got worse.
Speaking out after an $8.7 million cut to funds for training nurses.
In April, the Higgs government cut the $3,000 per student to save money. The universities were also asked to pay back the money for the seats they didn't create. In the summer, the province announced a 10-year nursing strategy that focuses on bringing nurses from other countries, other provinces, and helping licensed practical nurses become registered nurses. But as of now, there's no plan to increase nursing seats in universities. New Brunswick is 400 nurses short right now, and almost half of working nurses are eligible for retirement in the next 5 years. So the clock is ticking.